Pisces, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early July 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, as always, and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's going on for the lovely Piscean collective. I hope you're all doing fabulous, my friends. Let's shuffle it up one time and see what Spirit has for us this week as we move on throughout the year. What's up with Pisces, please? What's up with my people? And then, yeah, we're just going to look at this first card real quick. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work we could lean in on. So that's always interesting. Let's get this first card out here. Let us not delay. Let's rock. What do we got for Pisces, please? And guidance, Spirit team. There we go. Nice and quick. Yeah. I mean, we get this for tons of water signs, especially Pisces, this very dreamy, etheric, unseen type of energy. And it is extremely common, especially in Pisces readings, like I just mentioned. But there's a lot of little archetypes that we could really take a look at. Before we do, though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the July subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check it out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading, let's talk about it. So we see this lady, it looks like she's taking a little nap, a little snooze. She is like bent over in sort of like a yoga type of pose. So maybe some of you are having an interest in meditation and yoga, altered states of consciousness show up with this card as well. So maybe some of you are doing some exploring in altered states, if you know what I mean. We're going to keep it PG. But when I see this card, it is a little sleepy, and the unseen energies that water signs are very known to be sensitive to. So in this time, you might be extra sensitive to energy of the energies of those around you, the places around you. Things could be affecting you on an unseen level. So make sure you're protecting your energy. Maybe some of you are having trouble sleeping at night, getting proper rest and recuperation. That's very important when this card shows up front. But I feel like we're keying in a lot on the imaginative, creative aspects that water signs show, especially Pisces. Okay, so just make sure you're keeping your energy protected. That's a very big thing that I'm picking up right here on the front end. So let's put that to the side. We're going to get into the full reading now. And I always say that first card doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a footnote. I'm going to get you 3 of these cards in the upright before we get the intuitive juiciness flowing. So let's shuffle it up here for my Piscean collective. What do we got? What do you got for us, my guides? Talk to me. So let's talk about last week's reading while we get the deck ready. Last week's reading was titled An Explosive Change, and there was a lot of fiery energy in the Pisces reading last week. So I don't know if some of you were running hot or if things are changing. A lot of things were in flux, but that was a big vibe I was getting. There was a bit of a volatile energy last week. So we'll see if it calms down. You know, as I say, nothing's ever set in stone with energies. It's very fluid. Only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or those around you. But there was a lot of stuff that wasn't set in stone last week. I could tell you that. Let's get these first 3 cards out here. What do we got for Pisces, please? Thank you. Card number 1 is, all right, so we might be taking a little visit to the karmic again, which we had a few weeks ago, and it's circling back. We have the 7 of Pentacles. Beautiful card. A long-lasting card, but we'll have to see. I don't want to speculate just yet. Let's get 2 more. Thank you. Double 7s. Number sign synchronicities. Yeah, a lot of you really need to watch out for the signs from Spirit. Okay, we have the 7 of Cups here. Love it, love it. Okay, 1 more. Let's see if we're going to get the 777 quick. No, we got the Hanged Man right here on the back end. We might get more 7s throughout the reading. I do feel like that's a distinct number sign we're getting right here on the front end. But we do have the Hanged Man. So interesting flow of energy we got going on here. There's a lot of waiting going on as well. People in like decision mode, choice mode. But let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, and we'll get into that juicy intuitive stuff. Now, at first look, first glance, like I said, we have various different energies and elements happening. We have 2 cards that are of the water element. We have an earth. We have 2 cards that are planted and in a waiting pattern. But this could be several different things. It could be one whole story. Let's just go through it one by one and explore it. So with the repeating 7s leading us off, we have the 7 of Pentacles. This card, to me, you see that person, they're waiting patiently. So Maybe it's something you're waiting on. Maybe time is at a lull right now. When I see this card, I also think of things that you may have been working on for a long time, or things that have long-term implications. Maybe some of your patience is being tested, but it's given me a calm, serene energy throughout the top of this reading. Definitely not like it was last week so far. We still got to clarify. A big thing with the Seven of Pentacles, aside from a connection to nature and all the things I just mentioned, it is one of the karmic cards of reaping what you sow, what you put forth, you get back in return. So we want to explore the karmic archetypes here. The fact that we have double sevens and karmic card is a big signal from spirit to the Pisces collective, of which I am a part, if you didn't know. So when we see this, we need to watch out for the signs, the synchronicities, the omens. A lot of Pisces could be seeing number signs, and all these things could be popping up. Just tune into your intuition and see what spirit's trying to lead you to. In the center, we have the Seven of Cups. Big thought-based type of energy. Now, in the positive, this card could represent somebody with a ton of options, a ton of paths, a lot of things you could go, or a lot of places you could go, things you could do. You might be deciding. This could be a decision of some sort that's being made. When we see the Seven of Cups, it could also be a big card of the mental. This is a card of thinking. This is a card of daydreaming. And we've had this little sleepy, etheric energy since the very first Oracle card. Very common with Pisces, like I said. But you might be doing a little more daydreaming than normal, or something is attached to the sleep state or dream state when this card shows up. But this could be very good. I mean, I really want to see what shows up as the clarifiers with these, because with all the sevens, all the action we got going on, very intriguing. Now, as we move to the back end of the spread, we have a card that is in full stop mode. We have the Hanged Man. Now, this card does link to the Scorpio collective. You might be connected to one, you might have Scorpio placements. I know personally I'm a Pisces rising, but I have a Scorpio moon, so that's where this hits for me. For some readers also link this to Virgo, but when I see the Hanged Man, I think of a stopped energy, somebody that is pulled back, watching, analyzing, planning. So some of you might be in that mode, like getting your ducks in a row, dotting the I's, crossing the T's. This can, if this isn't somebody planning or strategizing, this could be somebody watching your moves, right? You might be under someone's microscope. Someone might be under your microscope when this card comes up. Another thing with the Hanged Man is self-sacrifice. Somebody that really puts the happiness of others ahead of themselves. So that might be an archetype. Maybe that's something you've been doing recently, or that's the type of person you are, where you put the happiness and well-being of others ahead of yourself. But we're really going to have to see what's up. All these cards can mean so many different things, and I want to dive deeper in all of it. So let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here and reset this deck. Interesting reading this week, Pisces. Definitely a different flavor than last week. But yes, my friends, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Seven of Pentacles. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Pisces, you could drop it in the comments down below. I don't mind at all. All right, Seven of Pentacles. Why is it here? Why is this Seven of Pentacles here? Yeah, now the deck is being particular. For those of you that are new here, I only read jumpers. That's why I'm doing these little shuffles. So there it is. Okay. Okay, yeah, there could be something breaking through for you guys. Okay, but it might not be all that. It might be not be in a way you expect. That's just the intuitive vibe I'm picking up here. We have the Page of Wands in the upright underneath this Seven of Pentacles. And it's not giving me that complete karmic type of feeling. But the Page of Wands talks about new, but it's also a communicator. It's very fiery and it's busting through something. So if you've been waiting for something, or there's something that's been taking a while or lingering and it's been slowing down, a lot of Pisces could experience some sort of big breakthrough in this time. I'm really feeling that, whether it is monetarily or personal relationships. The Page of Wands could also be a talk of some sort. Maybe you're waiting to hear back from someone or waiting to hear back from something. That could absolutely be it. But the main intuitive message I'm feeling here is, like, for a lot of Pisces, your patience could be rewarded in the coming days and weeks, especially if it's surrounding communication or waiting to hear back from someone. But I really like this energy. Pages are all about starting something new with a lot of zest, a lot of vigor. So I'm getting good vibes here. Like Pisces, you could have various different breakthroughs. That's the main vibe, and they could be big ones. Let's move over to the Seven of Cups. I don't really want to overcomplicate the message. I feel like it is what it is. But let's see why that Seven of Cups is here. Why is that Seven of Cups here for Pisces? And keep it nice and concise for you, my friends. So, thank you. Queen of Swords. Now we're getting a lot of people showing up here. Okay. The Queen of Swords is usually very honest, stern, shrewd. Another mental type of card as well. She is very serious in her ways. Why are so many people starting to show up, Pisces? Don't let other people like try to get in the way or dictate what you do and where you go and what you should be doing or focusing on. I feel like for a lot of Pisces, there could be a lot of people throwing their 2 cents in or giving opinions when their opinions really don't matter, if that makes sense. I'm trying not to be mean or anything like that, but intuitively I feel like that there could be other people trying to tell you like what you should do or how you should do it, or like micromanage. The Queen of Swords could just be an air sign. This is also a very mental type of energy under the Seven of Cups. For some of you, this could be a serious decision or a serious choice that needs to be made as well. So that could connect with what I was just saying about people giving their 2 cents. But the main vibe, like you might have a serious choice or a serious decision that you need to make up your mind about. Okay, that's like the main vibe I'm picking up here. Okay, time to get out of the daydreamy and make a firm thought decision on something. So we're going to keep pressing forward. Take it if it hits, my friends. We're going to go in on that Hanged Man and see what's up. But now I'm getting a lot of these people energies. I would still say watch out for the signs and omens and synchronicities. We'll see what comes up for that Hanged Man for sure. But why is the Hanged Man here, please? Thank you. Yeah, boom. Just as I said it, another 7. The third 7 comes out under a card of watching, looking, keeping the eyes open. So I just need to reiterate this, Pisces. You really need to keep your eyes out because there might be a massive omen or sign revealed to a lot of the Pisces collective, myself including. So we need to keep our eyes open. We need to keep our eyes peeled. Now, generally, you see number signs for very good things where Spirit's trying to lead you down a proper path. But then again, there's also number signs that can be a bit of a warning. Okay, so especially with all this other stuff going on, things possibly breaking through, decisions being made, paths being chosen, the 777 is just, especially under the card of watching, like this is blowing my mind kind of, Pisces. So I would say keep your eyes open for like the massive omens and signs and synchronicities from Spirit. Aside from that, the 7 of Wands is a card of fighting yourself out of a corner or just never stopping, never giving up, being very determined. For a portion of you, yeah, this could even be someone feeling bogged down or trapped in some sort of way. You might feel like your back's to the wall with the Hanged Man and the 7 of Wands, or you might have that like oppressed type of feeling. But the main vibe feels good overall, but I feel like I just have to give it, like right before the card even popped out, I brought up the number signs again. And it's right there, like for all of us to see. So please take a screenshot of this and look into them further. I'm going to give you a quick little recap, then we'll get into the shadow cards. Super interesting reading this week, Pisces, and I'm sure there's more messages here to be had. But if you kindly look in the box, position number 1, we have the 7 of Pentacles with the Page of Wands clarifying it. We have fire sign energy. We have air sign energy. We got Scorpio and Virgo, so take your pick. But the first alignment to me did feel like something possibly breaking through, or if you've been waiting on something breaking through, but not in a way that you expected it to. A lot of you especially been waiting on some news or to hear back about something. You could get some forward momentum in that realm. Wasn't giving me too much karmic energy just yet, but when we get to the middle, we have the 7 of Cups with the Queen of Swords in the upright. And the first thing I was feeling was just odd that there like might be a lot of people sticking their nose in your business or like trying to give you advice when they don't really need to, or it's not applicable. It's like, why are you giving me, like, why are you telling me what to do? Or why are you giving this advice? What makes you an authority? I mean, take it if it fits, Pisces, but there might be a lot of people getting up in your business. Aside from that, there might be a serious choice or a decision that needs to be made. Moving to the very back end, we have the Hanged Man with the 7 of Wands. And just as I said, you could rewind it back right before that card popped out. I was speaking about the number signs again, and it got reiterated. We got the 777 angel number, very holy, very powerful. Spirit really wants to tell all of us Pisceans to watch for the number signs, synchronicities, and omens. They're clear to see if you're watching. Okay, if you're in the head bubble, if you're thinking, if you're in la la land, you might miss them. And you might miss out on some direction or warnings when that shows up. But it could be amped up a lot for a lot of Pisces. Please take a screenshot of that. I'm going to get you one shadow card here. Super interesting reading. But let's see what's in the shadows, Pisces. And I always like to pull one shadow card at the end of every reading. I feel like it's a nice introspective thing to do. So let's see what we got in the shadows for Pisces, please. I wonder if we'll get another 7 here. Maybe not. There's a lot of tarot cards, right? There's 78 in a deck. But yeah, I always like to end off every reading with this. So let's see what's in the shadows for Pisces, please. Just to finish this off nice and smooth. All right, we have the Fool card. We have the protagonist. This does connect to the zodiac sign of Aries showing up, and it's usually somebody about to take the very first step or a leap of faith, starting some sort of journey. But remember, we're looking at the inverse energy of this. The Fool card, if you don't have any history or beef with an Aries, this does tell us to not be too spontaneous in our ways or not to be too impatient. That's a big thing when this card shows up in the shadows, because there's warnings attached to this card about thinking things through and not acting on a whim. So Spirit might be asking you, like, slow and steady, you know, and we saw it within the reading itself. The Fool card can be very jovial and happy, of course, but this is a clear warning about either that, like I just said, but it could also be Spirit asking you to have courage to make a leap of faith or take that first step, right? Like, just make that first move, take that first step to your future, okay? So Pisces, that's what I have for you this week. Very interesting reading. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the July subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the June subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced in my community tab after this week's fire and air signs readings. But for July, I'll be giving away 2 copies of the Everyday Witches Tarot. Once again, one of my favorite decks and one of the first ones I ever gave away on this channel. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the tarot suits, which one has your favorite art style? Is it the swords, wands, pentacles, cups, even the major arcana? You'll be entered to win. And at the end of July, I'll put the winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.